Luxor, with an area of approximately 417 square kilometers. It is among the oldest inhabited cities in the world. The modern city includes the site of the ancient Egyptian city of Waset, also known as Nut, and to the Greeks as Thebes or Diospolis. Luxor has frequently been characterized as the world's greatest open-air museum, as the ruins of the temple complexes at Karnak and Luxor stand within the modern city. Immediately opposite, across the river Nile, lie the monuments, temples and tombs of the West Bank necropolis, which includes the Valley of the Kings and Valley of the Queens. Thousands of tourists from all around the world arrive annually to visit these monuments, contributing greatly to the economy of the modern city. The Egyptian name of the city is An. The Greek name is Thebes or Diospolis. The Sahidic Coptic name comes from Demotic ip, t, the Aditon, which, in turn, is derived from the Egyptian. The Greek forms Apis and Ophion come from the same source, and the Arabic name is Luxor, meaning the castles. The name Luxor is almost a literal translation of another Greek and Coptic toponym, which may be a loanword from the Latin castrum, fortified camp. Luxor was the ancient city of Thebes, the great capital of Upper Egypt during the New Kingdom, and the glorious city of Ammon, later to become the god Ammon-Ra. The city was regarded in the ancient Egyptian texts as was-t, to distinguish it from the city of Iunu or Heliopolis, the main place of worship for the god Ra in the north. It was also often referred to as Niv-t, which simply means city, and was one of only 3 cities in Egypt for which this noun was used. It was also called Niv-trst, southern city, as the southernmost of them. The importance of the city started as early as the 11th dynasty, when the town grew into a thriving city. Montuhotep II, who united Egypt after the troubles of the First Intermediate Period, brought stability to the lands as the city grew in stature. The pharaohs of the New Kingdom in their expeditions to Kush, in today's northern Sudan, and to the lands of Canaan, Phoenicia and Syria saw the city accumulate great wealth and rose to prominence. Even on a world scale, Thebes played a major role in expelling the invading forces of the Hyksos from Upper Egypt. And from the time of the 18th dynasty to the 20th dynasty, the city had risen as the political, religious and military capital of ancient Egypt. The city attracted peoples such as the Babylonians, the Mitanni, the Hittites of Anatolia, the Canaanites of Ugarit, the Phoenicians of Byblos and Tyre, the Minoans from the island of Crete. A Hittite prince from Anatolia even came to marry with the widow of Tutankhamun. Ankhesengun. The political and military importance of the city, however, faded during the late period, with Thebes being replaced as political capital by several cities in northern Egypt, such as Bubastis, Sais and finally Alexandria. However, as the city of the god Ammon-Ra, Thebes remained the religious capital of Egypt until the Greek period. The main god of the city was Ammon, who was worshipped together with his wife, the goddess Mut, and their son Khonshu, the god of the moon. With the rise of Thebes as the foremost city of Egypt, the local god Ammon rose in importance as well and became linked to the sun god Ra, thus creating the new king of gods Ammon-Ra. His great temple at Karnak, just north of Thebes, was the most important temple of Egypt right until the end of antiquity. Later, the city was attacked by Assyrian Emperor Assurbanipal, who installed a new prince on the throne, Suntik I. The city of Thebes was in ruins and fell in significance. However, Alexander the Great did arrive at the temple of Ammon, where the statue of the god was transferred from Karnak during the Opet festival. The great religious feast Thebes remained a site of spirituality up to the Christian era, and attracted numerous Christian monks of the Roman Empire who established monasteries amidst several ancient monuments, including the temple of Hatshepsut, now called Deir el-Bahari. In April 2018, the Egyptian Ministry of Antiquities announced the discovery of the shrine of god Osiris-Tarneb, dating back to the 25th dynasty in the temple of Karnak. According to archaeologist Essam Negi, the material remains from the area contain clay pots, the lower part of a sitting statue and part of a stone panel showing an offering table filled with a sheep and a goose, which were the symbols of the god Ammon. In November 2018, France's University of Strasbourg announced the discovery of 2 sarcophagi thought to be more than 3,500 years old, with 2 perfectly preserved mummies and approximately 1,000 funerary statues in the Asasif Valley near Luxor. One of the tombs, with paintings where the female body found, was opened to the public in front of the international media, but the other one was previously opened by Egyptian antiquities officials. In October 2019, e.g.,